What are some other UN-specific models that you used that you felt helped you do your project better? I think you have something like what's it called? The log frame. Log frame. What's the log frame?
is basically that. What we're talking about is you put on a framework, your outputs, your outcomes, and your impact.
So you basically list these three.
And then you say, well, how am I going to measure that? Mm-hmm. What are the things I will measure to see if these outputs were achieved, to see if these outcomes were achieved, to see if this objective was achieved? What you're going to look at and how you're going to measure it. And then you will put in another column for each one. What are the assumptions you are making? To be able to convert these outputs into outcomes.
Interesting.
And
totally in line with modern project management thinking.
And those assumptions are the key to the project design.
Yeah. Some people call them critical success factors, but I don't think critical success factors does it justice, because critical success factors are what do I have to watch out so that my project doesn't fail or that it succeeds. Those are some things that you have to do, things you might have to set up. But assumptions are even more distinct and valuable, because often our conclusions are based on foregone assumptions, and whether or not these assumptions stay relevant throughout the whole duration of the project. It could be that you're in the middle of a project that was a good idea when you started, but then when you're halfway through the project, you say, hey, that the time is past, this opportunity is past, this is no longer valid.
That's a very good one. That's a very, very good point where you have to show why you think that by the time this project is completed in 2 years, that this will still be important and valid.
Does the UNIDO have a principle of pulling the plug on projects where the assumptions go awry or are no longer valid?
Not much, but yes.
Yeah?
Yes, a few. Usually you don't find out that things went wrong till after, because you have to complete the outputs before you can determine whether those outputs are going to lead to the outcome.